the project that we're embarking on is one that is extremely important because it takes place in that area of the world, Naples, which is at the crossroads of civilization that's moving. Immigrants, migrants from Africa, from the Middle East, are flooding into Italy, to southern Italy, and many of them are staying. And the church is trying desperately to deal with people who are there and are going to become part of that society. Poor Italians, poor immigrants, migrants who are flooding through, their children, and people that can't find work. So how is the church going to respond to them? And that's what Posillipo is trying to address, training people to help the church deal with that issue.
The Posillipo Foundation was organized by a group of mainly New Yorkers, some Jesuits, but also a number of lay people who are board members, and we've been networking with their friends to disseminate the word about the need to restore and renew not only the structure itself, but programmatically. And what our constituents are most excited about are the programmatic changes under what we're calling the new church under Pope Francis, to really reach out to the poor and the migrants in southern Italy. So we invite everybody who is interested in the church today to become involved and become aware of the work of the Posillipo Foundation, which is to support the seminary and the Institute of Theology in Posillipo, and also the new programs that are taking place.
We are going to renovate a huge compound in Naples, in Posillipo. This compound is a seminary, and to this seminary there is attached an Institute of Theology where other 300 students are attending daily. This seminary started over 100 years ago. Of course, nowadays there are not only Jesuits who are teaching at the Institute of Theology, but also priests, other priests, and other lay people.
The organization of the foundation is important because we will renew the efforts being made by the Jesuits who have been involved with Posillipo for the last 100 years in Posillipo. But we here in America will now have an opportunity to support their long-established efforts and their renewal of moving forward in the next century to come. As a Catholic, I am devoted to my faith, and knowing what our efforts will mean for the future of Catholics and of people of faith in the future is very important for me and for my family, and as I see the future of commitment.
My life was affected by the Jesuits. I think that it's so important to continue that tradition. I think the only way you continue that tradition by giving them a facility in which to learn. I'm Italian American. I think that I'm proud of my culture. The way to support my culture is to be involved in the facility in Naples, and that's really the basic reason. I'm also involved in the Jesuit High School in South Dakota, which is an Indian school for American Indians. So I think that it's very easy to write a check. It's more important to give, and that's which I try to do in my own way.
We know the work of the Jesuits. We know that everything begins really with education, with understanding. And so the more we can develop that whole concept, the better off we'll be, not only for the Jesuits, but for the whole Catholic world. Many people here in the United States, many people of Italian American descent, of other nationalities, are very devoted to the Jesuits in general. To be devoted and an Italian American together completes the package. So yes, there is a great amount of education that has to be done here as to what's necessary, but the whole idea is that it's one whole. It's like a circle. It just revolves. And with that circle comes the growth.
we do hope that after this renovation we will have programs which allow us to establish contacts with people from other religions and from other cultures. We have created a foundation here in the States, so that people who donate, their donation can be tax deductible. And this foundation has a board formed by several people, several Americans and several Italian Americans. The people who came here to the States, they know very well what migration means, and they can understand what it means for people to come from other countries to Italy.
I met the Jesuits, and they told me their story, and it was so compelling. I mean, they've been around 100 years. There's 100 seminarians, 400 theologians. We need these people in the world. We need peace. And the seminary is dying. It's 100 years old. So we want to raise the money to put it back together again. And that's it. It's a one-shot deal. We're trying to raise 8 million euros. We've already raised 25 million. And it'll be a beautiful project, something that America could be proud of, Italy can be proud of, and the Catholic Church can be proud of. I really hope that anyone who sees this will open up their hearts and wallets to Posillipo. Thank you.